Hi everyone. Today we are going to see some extra features of the browsers. So we're going to have a look at Google Chrome and also Microsoft Edge. Now, with Microsoft Edge, we will see also how you can collaborate with some co-teacher or anyway colleagues, while with Google Chrome is going to be more organizing your work or make it faster for you to access the certain pages. Okay, let's start with Google Chrome. Okay, so here we are on our Google page or Google Chrome page. And we have some tabs open. We have YouTube, Il Post, that is an Italian newspaper. We have Quizlet, and another Italian website with material that and listening and other stuff that an Italian teacher might find useful. So I have this one prepared for my class because this is the things that I usually use with my class of level B1. So what I do is to collect these tabs in a group. So I click on the right click and I select add a tab to a new group. Now I name this group and I'll call it Math B1 Italian. Now I'll select the color, let's say yellow, and I click on save groups so I can always access it very easily from my bookmarks. Click outside of it. And as you can see now, I have this Math B1 here and here as well. Now, if I click on it, it closed the tab that I selected. So for the moment, at this Math B1 Italian, only YouTube belongs to this group. But what I'm going to do is click on Il Post and then click on Shift, holding it, and click at the end. So I can select all the three tabs and then add the tabs to group Math Italian B1. Now, all these three tabs belong to Math B1. So when I want, I can click on here and it closes them all. But it doesn't really close them, it puts them aside. So if I click on it again, they are available for me. If I close Chrome, so let's say I close Chrome and I'll reopen it. So I close Chrome, I reopen it. And you see, it's not on the top anymore, but I do have it here because I select Save Group. So now if I click on this one, all my tabs for Math B1 Italian are available for me. They will have to reload, but are all available for me. And I always, of course, have a new tab. And I can always add the new tabs or change the tab that are inside the my group. In this way, I can create different groups. I could also create a group for my own work, for example, all useful links of videos or useful articles. So when I have all my articles, the relevant articles that I want to work with, I can simply click on the group and I will have all the article that I want with me. I have slides here, this group of slides as a bookmark. What I can do is open them all, open all four. So now I have all the slides that I use for my tutorials, for Teams, all the slides that I created. So again, I click on one, Shift, click on the last one, then add tabs to group, new group, and I'll call it my tutorials. I save the group, I give it a color, and this time it's going to be purple. And that's it. Now they all belongs to this. So every time I want to access to my slides for tutorial, I just simply open here or click here, and I will have all my slides that I usually use. So it with one single click. Edge has a very similar tool, but with some extra features that they might be helpful. Okay, let's see what we can do with Microsoft Edge. First of all, I logged in on Microsoft Edge with my Microsoft Language Services Direct email account. Now, I have these 4 tabs open, and I could create a group like we did on Google Chrome. So by click on write, and then here you have add tab to new group. But I want to do, rather than group, here on Microsoft Edge, I want to access to workspace. Workspace can be accessed, or from here move all tabs to a new workspace. So I have a few tabs and I can group them and create a workspace. Or if I don't have tabs open and I want just simply to create a workspace, I can access from this workspace here. But at the moment I do have the tabs, so let's select them as we did before. So select the first, keep shift, and then select the last one. Then move all tabs to a new workspace. It will ask me to give a name. So we said Math Italian B1. The color, we'll give it a green, and done. So now has created a workspace. A workspace is a little bit different from group of Chrome. First of all, I can invite people to my workspace. So let's say that I have a class that I'm co-teaching, or I have a project for a class that I want to work with my colleagues. I can click on invite and put an email address. When you share these, you need to share it with other people within the same company. So you cannot share it with the students, you need to share it with someone else with the language services group email. And that person will have to use Edge, of course. But it is actually a powerful tool because I can open a few tab and then work together with my colleague and say, okay, look, I found these things. Have a look at all the tabs that I open, have a look at what I found. And you don't have to send a billion links. They just have access to this workspace, and whatever will be changed inside the workspace, the person will be able to see it. Also, once you have more than one person inside the workspace, you will have the icon of the person on the tab that the person is viewing. Let's say that we're sharing this one, but I don't really want them to, whoever I'm sharing with, to risk that they're going to close a tab. Because if you close the tab, it's closed for everyone. So if we all working together on this on this workspace and we have this 4 tab, and then someone does something and then, oh yeah, I finished on Quizlet, and they close it, it will close for me, for them, for everyone. So what I want to do is to lock a tab. So if I click on the right click, here I have lock tab. That means that this tab now cannot either be moved or closed. Be careful, because if we click on the padlock, it will unlock the tab. So it is true that it's locked, so the person who is working on it will see the lock. I cannot close it. But if you click twice, then it will close it, because the first time it will open the lock, and the second time it will close it, because everyone has the power to lock or unlock. But at least it avoids like to close something by mistake. So you need to actively be conscious that you're closing something. So this this workspace is very useful for this reason. And also, you see here, I have my workspace here, but different from the group. You see, if I click, I don't close it and open as it was in Chrome, because workspace is a complete new browser page. So I will have my workspace here and then my normal working page somewhere else. So here I have everything that I share with them, these log tabs that I always work on. Then I can open new ones. This is not a problem, so I can keep opening pages and they will be saved in this workspace. While if I want to work on something that no one needs to see and is not permanent, then I open a new page and I work here. And this is another difference with the Chrome, because here, whatever I'll do in this workspace will stay there. So if I start working on the workspace and I also, aside the tab that I already have open and saved in the workspace, I start working also on something else. So I find something interesting in La Repubblica. It's another website, newspaper in Italy. So I find some articles on here. Now this one is already in my workspace. So if I close the window completely, and then I want to access again to my workspace, as you can see, La Repubblica is already there because this workspace saves everything I'm doing on there. So I don't have to worry to keep things open, to have them always open, like with the infinite amount of tabs that sometimes we have open. I divide them in workspace, so I know that these tabs are here, these other tabs are there, and whatever I change, it will be saved. While with Google Chrome, the difference is when I have groups on Google Chrome, for example, slides, tutorials. So I created this group and I have my 4 tabs. If I open a new tab, this tab will not automatically be saved in slides tutorial. I need to actively right click and add the tab to the group. Otherwise, once I close this page, whatever I open will be gone if I haven't saved it in a specific group. Now, talking about Chrome, there is also one Chrome extension that is worth mentioning when you want to organize your work for yourself, but also for your students. This extension is called SimplifyNote, one word, all one word. And so when you search for it on your Chrome web stores, this is what you will find. And you will, I already have this extension on my browser. You will click here, instead of remove from Chrome, you will have install on Chrome. So you will install it. It happens in a few seconds, maximum a minute. And you will have this extension on the top here. You can decide to pin it so it's always visible, or to unpin it, and you can see it only when you click on this icon. So you see, if I unpin it, it disappears. If I pin it, it's still there. Now, what this app does, you will have to create a profile. You can log in with your Google account. It's fine. So the first time that you will click on this symbol, you will have to log in. As you can see, I'm already logged in with my profile, with my Google profile. You will have to log in for the first time. And then what's going to happen? As you can see here, I'm on a BBC News on an article. And I want to make some notes out of this article. So what I do, I open my SimplifyNote, I click on My Notes, and I click on plus, and I create a new document. To create a new document, I'll have to put a title. Why not give this title here? That is actually the title of my article. So here it is. I put this title and I click on create. Now I have this brand new document that is on my SimplifyNote, is there, and is keeping it open for me while I'm browsing my article. So for example, what I want to do, I'll click on fuel danger, underline it, and you see I have this pop-up where I can choose to be fuel danger a heading, for example. So I click on heading. Then I want this part to go underneath the heading. And I click on here, so it will be the text underneath the heading. Then I want this one to be a new heading. Let's put the heading 2, so you will see also what the heading 2 is. And these few lines, and I want them as bullet points. Okay, now I selected all of this. So what I'm going to do, I click again here. I click on my file. It will open the document that it was preparing for me. And as you can see, I have the main title, Fuel Danger, with whatever it says, and then a subtitle that is child orientation, and the bullet point of whatever I selected, it will be a bullet point. Now, of course, in this specific article, what I did makes no sense. I would have to organize in a different way, probably. But this is to show you the 4 type of choice that you have. So main heading, the option of put the part of the article as a simple paragraph, a sub heading, and the option to make everything like a bullet point. So now I have this Google Doc, and I can keep building up on this Google Doc that it's here until I need it. Now, if I go to Notes, as you see, I have it here. But what I could do, I could click on it, and if I decided that no, I don't like it, I can just simply remove it and delete the document. I could also click on Edit. So I will rename the file because I changed my mind and I want to give it a different name. Or I can click on here and open it exactly like it is open here in a different pop-up window. In this case, I will delete it. There are also some other extra features. As you can see, I have this symbol here of SimplifyNote with this feature of a screenshot OCR reading. But this one, you need to pay for it. I do have them because when you start to download this extension, you have a 14 days trials for extra features. But this will disappear and you will have to pay for it. So I will lose them in a few days as well. So that's why I'm not introducing them to you. Then, if in case you decide to pay for it, and you want to discover also other features, then feel free. But while SimplifyNote is always active, so when you go to a page, as long as you create, as I showed you, the note, so you click on here and you create the note, then everything that you underline, you choose the heading, and blah, 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 it's automatically active. There is another app that complements perfectly SimplifyNotes because it gives you some extra features that SimplifyNote doesn't have. And this other app is called ZetaMarker. So you need to download it on the Google Chrome store, exactly as you did for SimplifyNote. You download it, it will appear on your list of extensions. And the important is that ZetaMarker, you need to turn it on in order to have it available. So it doesn't turn on itself. Then once you turn it on and you stay on this page, you can hide the command or just show them. So it depends if you don't want to have them on your way. Let's see what we can actually do. So with this app, if I underline, you see straight away I have this pop-up. This pop-up, the highlighting, let me give a color to whatever I underlined. So here, see, it will be yellow and will stay yellow. So I could ask, for example, a student to underline all the verbs or the nouns or all the words that they don't know or the words that they don't know but they think they know with different colors. But not only. If I want, I could also write a note that I can write, for example, what it is. So I told my students to name grammatically what this word is, or maybe I want to have a synonym or a translation of it. In this case, let's write past participle. You click on OK. So you see this appears a little note here. So it means that this word has a something written on it, a comment on it. Another way, rather than underline in a normal way and then decide, another way that is a fast way is to activate the highlighter. Because in this way, let's say I choose purple, I can directly highlight without having to change every time to select the color or anything. I just go and highlight all the verbs with my purple, or all the expression that I know in purple. So now I might want to see what I did on this document to have an overview of what I underlined. So I can click on the sidebar, and as you can see, I have published past participle. Organization describes, and it's just simply highlighted in purple. There is no comment. I haven't wrote a note on organization describes. And if I underline more in purple, so for example, the environment, or 52 countries, then when I click on here, see, I have them all here under the same color. And the good part of this one is that I can export it. So let's say I can export it in a PDF. And in here, you can see here now it goes straight away to printing, but we get rid of the printing part. And as you can see, you have published the note with what it is, organization, environment, countries, everything in purple. So I have an overview of what I did. So if we do this with the students during the class, at the end, we just need to export whatever we did and send it to them. So they will have an overview. And what it's good also is that the student can do the same and send it to you. So either during the class or after class, there can be some collaboration, some exchange. And the good part is the app is very easy, the extension is very easy to install. So as long as the student has a Google Chrome, there is no problem, and it's free. And as you can see, the pages, when you start taking notes, you create the page, and then you can always refer back to the page when you click on it. So in the sidebar, you can also edit the title of the page. So if you want, you could, this one is a very long title. So maybe you want just to make it shorten. You can log in to the ZetaMarker if you create your own account, so you can save things online. You can send feedback, you can rate them, and then you have this little setting where you can decide if you prefer, as a default bar, you prefer the minimal one, or open straight away in the sidebar, if you want dark or light theme, and then some shortcuts that you might want to learn. And that's about it for this app. So this ZetaMarker plus your SimplifyNote gives you a very good tool for annotating webpage articles, PDF online, or anything that is on your Chrome. I hope you like this video, and see you next.